Welcome, Prowl Nation, to Lunchtime Detroit Lions Talk on this Monday after the Lions versus the Bills game. Number one, we're going to go over that game and just get into some detail for you. But before we do all that, let me bring in my main man, the man of steel himself, Curt Steele.
What up, though? Welcome to the show, people. You know who we are. We are Detroit Lions on the Prowl, your home for Detroit Lions news and rumors. And as Jim said, we're going to do our Bills Lions review, talk about some things and who wowed and who disappointed. So let's get this thing started
right now.
Let go.
It's Detroit Lions talk, baby.
We're going to get up, and on the way up, we're going to bite the kneecap off.
Yes, sir. We in the deep.
Welcome back to the show, people. Boy, we got a lot of stuff here today on Lions and Bills review and fallout. What do you got for me first, Curt?
All right, so the Lions and Bills played in a mediocre slugfest. Really wasn't that great. Neither first team's units really did that well. The Bills scored 3, Lions scored 3 for the first units, so it really wasn't that great. I would say both first team units' offenses had things to be desired. I will say Penei Sewell giving up the sack on the second snap. I'm not really. He settled down and played decent that second series, so you didn't see a lot from those guys, but just kind of working out the kinks, and I expected that just because of the fact that they haven't played against other teams yet. So I was like, I really wasn't expecting much out of this preseason game, but Jared Goff, 7 for 9, 7 for 9, 59 yards. Efficient. No really big plays down the field. A couple good medium passes to St. Brown and to Tyrell Williams. So, and one really good dart to the big fella, Fells. That he threaded the needle on that one. So, I mean, if you look at overall, I was disappointed in the run game. Definitely thought they would have more holes for Jamal Williams, except for, in the last guy. But we'll talk about him a little bit later when you talk about the offense. But I think overall, it was what I expected. I like the fact that Dan Cameron went for 2, trying to win the game, because there's no really looking at the game itself. There's no overtime in preseason. So I think he did. I think he made the right call going for 2, trying to win it. It didn't work out, but I think in a regular situation, he'd went for 1 in a regular season game.
Yeah, some people have issues with his time management in this game, and I didn't. I mean, he could have ran the ball 3 times and still left them enough time to go down the field. The offense, I was very unimpressed with the offense. My concerns about Goff kind of showed up. He 56 yards, I think he got 59, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
And efficient, yes. Did it end in anything? Not really. I mean, the running game was bad. The offensive line is going to need some time. Thought that was going to happen anyway. So no big deal there. Defensively, I'm not going to say too much, but I was unimpressed. Let me put it that way. But we were missing so many people. So,
yeah,
it's preseason. It is what it is. But some of the things that showed up are some of the things I was concerned about. And we'll see how that goes going forward. The lack of a running game is concerning. But number one, we didn't have DeAndre Swift. And number 2, that offensive line is going to need a little time. It's not like, oh, we're instantly great. It takes time to get that together. So I wouldn't be too upset with that right now at all.
I mean, the one thing I did like is that after they gave up the sack, they did settle down and they gave Jared Goff some time to throw the ball. So
they did. He could order a pizza back there.
Yeah, they settled down after this. And I just think that it was, maybe some nerves or whatever. And then this Russo got the best of him. It was rookie on rookie. I mean, he's a highly touted defensive end coming out of college as well. Good. So, he's definitely a good player. So, I just think overall the game was what I expected. I didn't expect anything flashy or big out of it.
No. And everybody that's panicking right now, don't worry. It is what it is. We both don't think this is going to be a banner year for the Lions, but who knows? That offensive line comes together. We get some kind of a running game and we dink and dunk down the field. It's possible, but you don't want to take that much time off the clock and come away with 3 points.
That's
not going to work.
We've done that too many years here in Detroit.
We have.
All right. Hey, if you like the content, help us out. Hey, man, click the subscribe button. Join Prowl Nation. You know how we do it. Jim, what do you got for your family discussion topic for today?
I wanted you guys' thoughts on the preseason game, your overreactions or underreactions, just how you feel overall. What do you feel about the preseason game? That's it. Put it in the comments below, and you could be selected for our comment cards on tomorrow's show.
Yes, definitely. All right, Jim, what you got for your news and rumors topic for today?
I'm going to look at the offense a little bit. Of course, we already talked about Jared Goff, and I'm going to leave that at that. I'm not going to go into him very much. The surprise on offense came from a running back, Mr. Craig Reynolds, who shows up, right, and just plays. Jared Goff said, I don't even think I had a chance to meet the guy. So he was 6 carries for 49 yards. He averaged 8.2 yards, and he scored a touchdown. So his longest run was pretty nice, 24 yards. Don't know where this kid came from, but I'd like him to move up the depth chart just a little bit. They were very careful with Jamar Jefferson. He only had 4 carries, but he only got 7 yards. I think that's just because of the ankle. I didn't see the explosiveness that I used to see out of him. I think when he gets healthy, he's going to be much better. Tedrick Mills, I was not very impressed with. He had a couple of good runs. He had 5 for 32. So for 20, his longest was 20 yards. That was the one run that he did really well. They really wanted to take a look at David Blau yesterday. He 5 for 6. Oh, and Tim Boyle. Actually, Tim Boyle is the one they were looking at the most because he had 15 attempts. Only completed 8 of those. Quarterback rating of 59. That'll tell you all you need to know about that. David Blau, quarterback rating is 118. So overall, I think the offense did pretty good. But it's going to be a work in progress. It's not going to be the dynamic offense that you've seen from Matthew Stafford all these years. It's not that. So don't expect it. Expect the dink and dunk. Expect the, if we get a penalty, we're going to have to punt. All those things. That is what this offense is. It's a West Coast offense. So it is what it is. We wanted the new quarterback, and we got that. And let's just get behind Goff, I think, and move forward. What do you got on the defense, Curt?
All right. So, you had a few players that really stood out. In a really short amount of time, he only had 8 snaps. Derek Barnes, quarterback pressure, a couple of tackles. It was really good. I like how he shined. Junior Core had the most snaps. He had like 78% of snaps on the defense, had a sack, had a few, I think he was credited with like 8 quarterback pressures during the game. So the younger acquirer really showed up during the game. I like what he did. Another guy who played pretty solid in the defense of secondary is Mike Ford. Showed up, had 4 tackles. They played really strong in the run support. So I didn't like the way that they got off the bat as far as the run defense, giving up some big draw plays. I'm like, dude, the draw plays, I understand that they are meant for kind of a mixed direction, but they just looked like they were just kind of off on their timing. One player that did not impress me at all is Jelani Tavai. He gave up that touchdown to Singletary. That was his cover. I mean, he just went with the fake and was way away from the play. I don't even, that Singletary was so open, he could have ordered a pizza from Freddie the pizza man, and could have got it delivered before he got over there to cover Singletary. So I think that he definitely hurt himself. His stock is falling from his performance on the game on Friday. But overall, I like the pressures in the multiple fronts. That's one thing I did like. They brought pressure, from different angles, different people, different sides of the line. Another player who impressed me is Kevin Strong. Man, that guy had a really good game. He was doing his thing. So he had a strong game from Kevin Strong. So he played a lot with the first couple of units. One guy I did see that played decently, because I hadn't seen him or hadn't heard from him because he's going to be suspended during the first few games of the regular season, is Jason Cornell. He showed himself a little bit, but like you said, limited snaps for the starters. So I didn't expect a lot from the defensive side of the ball. But I think that after that first kind of series, The offense really set the defense up for that next series because they had time to make adjustments because the offense stayed on the field for so long that helped the defense out. And Aaron Glenn was able to make adjustments to the running game defense, and it showed the next series where they kind of did, okay, they go ahead and shut them down. And then when the actual second to third string came in, that's when they gave up the touchdown. So hopefully that unit doesn't have the same issues they had with mobile quarterbacks, because Davis Webb was killing us with his legs. So
it was, but they need to put a spy out there.
Yeah. So, the most impressive the two players for me definitely in this game was Derek Barnes and Julian Quora. They definitely showed up and showed out. So those are my takes on the defensive side of the ball.
I got two on that too.
Mm-hmm.
Anthony Pittman showed up for me.
Mm-hmm.
I liked how he played, and he and Bobby Price, both of those guys for me stood out a little bit, but we'll get to that at some point. Go a little deeper into those guys later on as we go forward with the shows this week. Okay. So my news and rumors topic also says that the trainer got fired.
Yes.
This was very interesting to me because when there was a news reporter that asked the question to Dan Campbell, and Dan Campbell says, yes, I can confirm that's the truth. And no, I really don't want to go into it. We'll just put it as a communications breakdown or something. Dan Campbell's not having it. Dan Campbell is not having it. If you don't want to play the right way or do the right things or whatever, I'm not going to speculate on what was happening there. But I think that you're out. If you're not with it, bye. What do you think on that, Curt?
Yeah, I just think that the guy was a holdover from the Patricia era. I think his days were numbered anyway, just because of the fact that they were. I mean, you think about that. There's not a lot of people that's, on that staff that's left over from that era. I would say Hank Fraley, and that has something to do with who he is and not with Patricia. But a lot of those inner workings, those people in the administration and things of that nature who were, part of that regime, definitely. Where it just had to go. So I just think that maybe it was something where he wasn't communicating injuries or something, and he had to be released. And it was one of those things that Dan Campbell was like, you're not going to do that crap here that you did with Matt Patricia.
Hey, everybody, hit the like button. It helps the YouTube algorithm and just helps the show. And it's absolutely free to do that. If you like the content, hit the like button. All right, guys, let's go into what you felt about some of the things last week. We got these from a couple of different shows last week. So number one, we got Hatter's House. People are underestimating our wide receiver core way too much. I would not be surprised if they ended up with better stats than last year's wide receiver core. Well, it wouldn't be hard to do with Kenny Galladay. He barely played. So that might happen, but I don't see that. I don't think they're underestimating our wide receiver core too much. I think they're about right on. Just being honest.
You got a group of guys in there. The one standout is definitely St. Brown. All right, so Daniel Blackburn talking about the Detroit Lions game versus the Buffalo Bills says, in tonight's games, I want to see if Sewell can hold his own at right tackle in his first start, if McNeil can disrupt the Bills' offensive line, and St. Brown can get separation against a very good defense. Well, I'll tell you one thing. St. Brown did get some separation. That guy's route running is spectacular. I mean, his get off of the line, he was just, he didn't even have to bull rush the guy over. I mean, it was like the guy couldn't even touch him. He was one of those things where he was has some good moves at the line to get himself open.
I think Sewell did okay, but McNeil did nothing, in my opinion. McNeil didn't even show up for me, and that was very disappointing. But he didn't have his cast of characters around him, I don't think either. But
nah, he didn't have the normal guys who would be disruptors to let him run free on that defensive line. Yeah, I get that.
Sage Sherrod Roberts. Curt had him change his name again. Whatever happens tonight, please no major injuries. I think we got out of it fairly unscathed, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. I think so. All right. XL Ballin in the 313 says, about the Detroit Lions running backs. Swifty and Swaggy absolutely love the name for our backfield duo. Yeah, definitely. I like those two. Yeah, I think earlier on we would call them the Dirty 30s, but the Swifty and Swaggy, I like that 1-2 punch name.
Southwest Lion says, I like that longer intro. And yeah, we're going to keep that in there now. We
Mhm.
were experimenting with other things as we always do. Let's get more draft picks and that Tampa Bay wide receiver or Thomas from the Saints. Not for our first round pick, though. No, I agree with that. I'm not sure how we're getting more draft picks unless we trade some of our guys away. If anyone would have Tavai right now, that would be a nice idea. But I don't think
Yeah,
that's happening.
definitely. Yeah. All right. Closing it out, we have Dave with the wonderful spelling. The only thing about giving up draft capital for Thomas is that he will want a new contract as well. He's just signed the contract. I don't think it's a contract issue down there. Likely that is the reason why he is disgruntled in New Orleans. Now he has a pretty decent contract. I mean, over the next couple of years, this year is going to be low, but those next few years he's going to get some paper. But I just think I believe it has to do with his relationship with Sean Payton. Believe that's what's going on, and apparently they're having some meetings and trying to work some things out. But if they're willing to let him go, I won't be mad. I wouldn't be mad.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah.
So if you could just hit the subscribe button for us. We're on the march to 10,000 subscribers, and we really want to get to there sooner than later. Prowl Nation, it's free to subscribe. You just have to click the subscribe button, and that's all you need to do. Really appreciate each and every one of you. And now we come to my favorite segment of the show, the dessert with my man Curt.
Okay, so this weekend, of course, we had the Lions and Bills game, but we had a NFL reporter who gave some love to the Lions. His name is Mark Sessler. Says they're the team to watch. They're the team to root for. Dan Campbell patrolling the sidelines. Antics aside, the future seems bright for the Detroit Lions, according to Sessler. He said, logic suggests that the Lions are a dirt nap material in the NFC North. In a pass-obsessed league, Jared Goff is stuck flinging anti-dart to fellows Brashard, Perryman, Tyrell Williams, and Geronimo Allison, which Geronimo Allison, I don't think he's going to make the squad. Detroit is openly rebuilding and putting its faith in Coach Dan Campbell. He's an eye of the beholder content. Some will eat up with the bro-ish soliloquies, you know how he talks. He's the dude. But others will pounce at losses mount. Me? No. I can't help but dig his fireside chats with the media. He said, asked on Tuesday to describe his roster. He thoroughly responded, there's no turds here. So last week, he illuminated scribes with tales of a highly wattage Java routine. We know about that. It includes 80 ounces of coffee and 4 shots of espresso every day. But he's talking about how Dan Campbell can reignite the fire under the team here in Detroit, and he gives a support of the community and what he's doing with the coaching staff. So you look at it, he gives some good reasons why that Dan Campbell, antics aside, can be a really big fit for the Detroit Lions and have them in a winning stance here the next couple of years.
Now, Dessert with my man Curt is brought to you by Delightful Bites. And if you want some really good cookies and other snacks, we have the link in the description below to that Facebook page, and it is Delightful Bites.
Yes. If you like how they look, you'll love how they taste. Hey, custom cookies for every occasion. The Detroit Lions ones are coming for us. We'll have them here on the show. Delightful Bites. Yeah, get your cookie on.
And my final thoughts for today, kind of putting a wrap on this. There are concerns. I think you can tell things from preseason, but let's not overreact or underreact. I think our reaction should be level and stuff like that. We lost the game. Who cares about wins and losses right now? At this point, I don't. But it is nice to start on a winning track. I would like to get the next game and win the next game. I don't care because I think winning does. I don't know. It just does something to the locker room. And with all the energy in there right now, we don't want the wind let out of the sails. I don't think that's going to happen because Dan Campbell, it just isn't going to happen for him.
No.
The whole game, the offense was terrible, in my opinion. I did not like the offense whatsoever. Jared Goff, I wasn't impressed. Jamal Williams, who I love his antics off the field, on the field, not so much. Didn't really get any holes. It didn't look good. Let's put it that way. It needs to be cleaned up. I know Dan Campbell knows that.
Yeah.
The other things about this game, Aleem McNeil's, I really felt like there was going to be more from him, and there wasn't. And okay, maybe Buffalo doesn't have a good offensive line. They're not great. So this was not good in any way. But let's hope we get some more of those players back and we start working on that stuff. We're going to have Dose of Dion on tomorrow morning. Curt has a little mission to do, right, Curt? So let them know. Let them know.
Yeah, I got to take the family to the airport. They're flying out in the morning. So, so I got to take them out to the airport and say goodbye to my daughter and my grandbaby. So, but we had a good visit, and is able to, do some bonding time with the family. So it's always good. My final thoughts for the game is preseason, man. I'm not really worried about, especially the first one. Very vanilla schemes from both teams. Not a lot of, they don't want to let anything catch out of the bag. They don't want any, exuberantly scouting the new offense or defense. So it's to me, I'm like, it was a game where you got vanilla schemes for guys who are play the bulk of the game, were the third and second and third string, fourth string. So I'm not really am I really concerned about it? Man, there's some concerning things. Is it weighing my judgment down? Not right now. So, but that's okay. I mean, I believe that Dan Campbell and those guys will right the ship when it comes to the regular season. All right, let's walk over to where? The Wall of Fame. Let's get to the bronze members. We have Detroit Drew, Midwest Lion, Brian Scover, Bo Gagrius, Justin Tinkate, Cesar Roberts, Crystal Wiley, Bobo Bo, John Kapler, Art Allen, Jimbo G, what up, Jimbo, and David Anderson, and also the Latino Lion. All right, in our silver members, we have Nomas J, Jason Portis, Cap Ice Cold, Batman of the 313, John Martin, F5, the tornado is blowing through, and go Lions. All right, in the gold members, we have Michael Huck, my man, he always brings the heat. Justin the D, Larry McQuiston, Turner C. Burley, Dominique Davis, Bob Krozowski, Pride 74, Matthew Ferguson, who always brings that fire, baby. Random Flag 606, Miles Gibbs, Randy Prince, the Gridiron Blitz, North End Ken, the big fella, always doing his thing when he comes to the gold members meetings. And you know who it is, the doctor. Dr. Detroit is always in. To become a member of the Wall of Fame, click the Join Now button in the description or the Detroit Lions on the Prowl logo at the bottom of the screen.
One more thing about on the website now, we have a new writer for us. Matthew Ferguson has published his first article with us, and that's about the Buffalo Bills game. It's great. It's got some great content. So go over there to DetroitLions.com to see that new article. So you got to go over there and check that out.
Yeah, definitely. All right. Hey, Monday, let's start the week off right. We had preseason on Friday and we had Free For All Friday. It was so good. Friday was a great day to have. It was definitely fun. Hey, you know who we are. We are Detroit Lions on the Prowl. Your home for Detroit Lions news and rumors. And as Jim said, go over and check out Detroit Lions on the Prowl.com. Jim wrote an article over there as well. So go over and check out Jim's article. He said, put the Kool-Aid down.
Oh, no, that's Matthew Ferguson.
Oh, that's Matthew Ferguson. Okay.
Yep, that's his article.
And then you definitely want to go and check out LionsOnTheProwlShop.com. My man Jim got on his kneecap biter shirt. I'm rocking the Proud Nation shirt, baby. So go over there and get yourself some Proud Nation gear over at LionsOnTheProwlShop.com. And if you want to get some regular Lions gear, like your man Curt, go over to Fanatics.com. The link is in the description, and a portion of those proceeds go to help us grow the content of this channel. And they have some good season starting sales going on right now. I think they have like a 20% code right now for any orders. So go over and check out Fanatics.com. Get yourself some Lions gear and get ready for the season. It's right around the corner.
One more thing. I can't wait, man. We are going to have fantasy football, daily fantasy football coming to Detroit Lions on the Prowl, and that will be during the season. And we're going to have to play against the expert, not me, Curt, or me, the lovable loser, because I have no idea. I'm so terrible at fantasy. I lose to my cat. But he puts his paw on a player, and you know. Anyway, but yeah, we're looking forward to that. We're going to have the apps in the description. So if you want to play against Curt, you have an app you'll have to download the app and then click that button. If you want to play against me and kick my butt, fine, you'll have a link below to do that. So and so Curt, I'm going to go bring it to you to close the show for the day.
Okay, so definitely go over and check us out on bellyupsports.com. Go over there and check those guys out. Talking on fantasy, they have a great fantasy department over there on Belly Up Sports. Get all your content you want about who to draft, who not to draft, the sleepers, all of that stuff's over there on bellyupsports.com. And as always, we appreciate you joining us as we are your home for Detroit Lions news and rumors. So what I need you to do right now is wipe the crumbs off your face. If you got some crumbs, get them from Delightful Bite Cookies. Get your cookie on and drink the rest of your soda and get back to work, people. It's Monday. Let's kick off the week right. And whatever you do in life, you got to boss up, ball out, and be the best version of you that you can be. For my man, Jim, this is Curt Steele, and we will holler at you real soon.